Today I bring you a brand new video sharing all my experience and knowledge regarding making good pour-overs, and this is going to be a series of multiple episodes. First, let's get into the basics. This video will be focused a lot on my personal experience making pour-overs for over a decade, so please note that everything I say here can be very subjective. We need some good materials to make good coffee consistently. For pour over, we'll be needing a good grinder, a kettle, a dripper, filters, a scale, water, and some delicious coffee. There are many different types of drippers out there. Let's talk about the two most popular, the cone and the flat bottom shaped. I find that the cone shaped drippers tend to bring out more of that brightness and acidity, slightly punchier fruit notes, while the flat bottoms tend to give me a more rounded sweet notes. That doesn't mean that the flat bottoms won't give you any acidity. I'm just talking about it relatively. Pick whichever one you prefer. I personally don't spend too much money on drippers because you can get a great cup of coffee with any of these. If you have a set budget, I recommend trying to spend more on getting a decent grinder instead. Water can be a bit complicated, and I'll explain more about water chemistry in a separate video. But just know that 99% of what's in your cup of coffee is water, so the water quality matters a lot. To give you the oversimplified short version of it, you need to find the right amount of minerals and alkalinity that matches your preferences for the type of coffee you brew, whether you're a cafe owner or a home barista. This will massively impact the flavor of your coffee, and of course, use good quality roasted coffee. For this video, we'll use a very easy 3-pour method. 20 grams of coffee to 320 grams of water, a 1:16 coffee to water ratio. We'll be brewing a light roasted coffee from Loquat. First, we'll pour hot water on top of the coffee bed and saturate all the coffee grounds as fast as possible. The key is to really wet all the coffees as fast as possible in order to create an even saturation. This will release the CO2 that coats the coffee surface. You will see the coffee bed blooming, and this is a sign that the CO2 is being properly released. Some coffees will have less or more gas depending on the origin, roast level, and how much it has been degassed prior to being brewed. Getting rid of the layer of CO2 allows the water to penetrate the coffee particles and bring out the flavors we want on our next pours. Next is our second pour. We want to focus on keeping the water flow even, drawing a coin-sized circular motion around the center. We will finish it with our third and last pour straight down the center without creating any motion. Here is a chart of how much water I'm pouring and the rate at which I'm pouring it. Well, there you have it. I hope this helped you to get started with making some good pour-over coffee. On the next episodes, we're going to get into more details about why I do certain stuff, different recipes, comparisons, why I use certain equipments, and we're also going to be talking about TDS, yield percentage, and all the nerdy crazy stuff. But that's a different story. For now, enjoy a cup of coffee and see you again.